Very good. Do you know what this is? This is the Inspire Telescopic Mode by Denka. And so this is Denkat's new mod, which they have previously named Inspire. I have broken down the parts, and we'll be identifying the parts. So this is the top cap of the Inspire. This is the upper sleeve and the lower sleeve. This is the bottom cap and the side firing switch, which is reminiscent to the GGTS. And first will be the top cap. So the material of the Inspire is all stainless steel, no? I don't know if it is 304 or 303, but I will try to confirm that with Sir Dennis. So first, the top cap. We have um, 3 air vents on the top with the native 510 connector. So the native 510 thread is built in. Also, the center positive pin is stainless, but I really can confirm if the positive pin is also chrome plated, because if you will see, we'll focus a little bit more. The positive pin has this sort of different texture than the stainless material of the top cap. It looks like the center pin has been chrome plated also, but I tried to sand it down earlier, and it really is confirmed that it is also a stainless steel. So that is the top cap with the 3 air vents for the atomizer. And by the way, the center pin is adjustable. So if you have accessories that you want flush on your mod, you can easily adjust the height of the atomizer, no? So for example, this one, I have the AGA S. Now we can set the AGA S, or rather the AGA T flush onto the top cap. All you have to do is to readjust the positive pin. Let's focus again. Okay, so all we need to do is to adjust the pin so that it will make contact with the atomizer. So that's how we adjust the center pin, no, for the atomizer. And next will be the upper sleeve. The upper sleeve is straightforward. It is a basic tube with the full thread inside, and the upper sleeve is invertible. You can screw it in on both ends without any problems. Okay, next will be the lower sleeve, Well, the lower sleeve has 1, 2, 3 vent holes, which my guess is around maybe 2 millimeters. Yes, 2 millimeter vent holes, 3 2 millimeter vent holes, and also you will see here the Denkat logo. So as you can see, no, the mod is polished, so it is kind of a fingerprint magnet. And aside from the Denkat logo, you will also see the I don't know how you will call this, no, but it is sort of a ruler. I don't know, some sort of a gauge or a ruler with 1 millimeter increments. So the numbering is really very small, no? Good thing my camera here can do semi macro shots, so that we can see the numbers, no? Pero for me, if well, I've been having some eye problems lately, no? I cannot actually read it anymore, no, with my own eyes. So with my camera, we can zoom in further to see the numberings. So the increments are 1 millimeter. So it started from 1 up to 29. Let's focus it further. Okay. So the threading of the sleeves are very good, buttery smooth. As you can see, no, you can actually screw in and screw the sleeves very easily. There are no signs of burrs. It is well machined. And next is the bottom cap. So the bottom cap is also made of stainless steel. You will find the serial number of your mod on the bottom part of the cap. So the serial is laser etched, just like the Denkat logo, which is color white. One thing I noticed on the laser etchings, no, the laser etching is not that deep or well etched, in my opinion. You can easily erase the etchings of the serial number and the Denkat logo. So just for example, with this lower sleeve, no, I have these scratches in here, there. Now my problem now is I want to polish this part, but the problem is if ever I polish this part, is definitely I will definitely remove the Denkat logo. So that's the laser etch. Well, actually I really don't know if this is 90 or 60. I don't know. Seems like I have two serial numbers on one mod for my Inspire mod. So we'll go on to the spring. Well, actually this spring is not meant to make contact with the battery, no. The spring is there for retention only. So for example, uh, uh, the battery will still make contact with the negative terminal or the negative pin whenever you screw the sleeves in, or the mod altogether. The battery will definitely make contact with the negative pin, so there will be no effect with regards to the placement of the spring. The spring is only there to hold the battery, to hold it in place, so that you will not experience any rattling whenever there's a battery inside the Inspire mod. So this is the bottom cap, and the bottom cap also has this design, rounded. I don't know how they did that, no, pero it is not drilled. Well, I still want to confirm if this mod or this part of the mod is sort of molded, because it looks like the hole is not CNC machined. It looks like mold, part of the mold. So that is the design. Similar also to the design of the top cap, no? So the top and the bottom part has this round design for added bling, I guess. So next will be the switch. The switch is also very good, very well machined, very well made. It really does not wobble that much, unlike other side firing mods that I've seen. It is made of all stainless steel also, and with the locking ring, and the threading of the locking ring is also very good, no? Very smooth. You can actually spin the lock with just one flick of a finger, no? So that means the machining of the parts of the Inspire mod is really very good. It is really very well made, and the button is also well designed, as you can see. We'll take a closer look at the button. There's some sort of texturing on the button also. Actually, it feels like this part has been chrome plated also. I don't know, but the texture is different, no? So as you can see, this one has traces of machining, but this one is kind of different. I don't know if it is from the mold or from the chrome plating, but still it is confirmed that this is stainless steel. About the spring of Inspire mode is sort of firm, but not that hard to press. So if you can see now, so with that spring, I guess that spring will last you a long time. Okay, so next we will assemble the Inspire mod. Now to assemble the Inspire mod, all we have to do is to first screw in the side firing switch into the lower sleeve. Just like that. So if you can see now, the action of the switch whenever you press the button, it will make contact with the negative pin that is situated at the bottom cap of the mod. Next we will put in the bottom cap, just like so, and then the upper sleeve. So first we'll try it out with the 18350 battery. This is the AW 18350 battery. Now all you have to do is to put in the 18350 and screw in the top cap. So if you will notice, there is this gap which is around maybe around 1.5 millimeter. Now I will explain that gap now. That is around 1.5 millimeter. So with 18350 you will definitely see a gap in between the two sleeves. Next we will try it out with the 18500 or 18490. Pop the 18350 out and the 18490 in. And then screw in the top cap and lock the two sleeves in, just like that. So this is the 18490 mode configuration for the Inspire mod. So in 18490, the total length of the Inspire mod is 72.5 millimeters. Next we will try it out with the 18350 or rather 18650. Now first we will test fit the AW 18650. Now I've noticed one thing now with the 18650. With 18650 configuration, you will see some of the threads peeking out in between the two sleeves. That is maybe around 2 threads or 1.5 maybe, I don't know. But when I measured this excess or rather threads that are peeking out, of the sleeve, it is almost 1.5 millimeters. That is 1.5 millimeters. So my suggestion to Sir Dennis, is maybe to add or make the upper sleeve a little bit longer, around 1.5 to 2 millimeters longer for the upper sleeve, so that for the next batch the the threads will no longer be peeking outside, or rather peeking out whenever you are in 18650 mode or 18650 configuration. Now that is the 18650 unprotected, no? With a longer battery, such as the AW, or rather the EFES 18650, which is really not exactly 665 millimeters. It is measured at 66.5 millimeters. So with the EFES, you will definitely see most of the threads, and you cannot actually, well, not really most, but maybe around 3 threads. So this is the 18650 configuration with an EFES. So definitely, if you have a protected battery, you will definitely see the threadings of the lower thread of the lower sleeve. And also, if you're planning on using the Inspire mod by Denkat with high voltage, two 18350s will definitely not fit on the tube. So just to show you, just for the sake of showing how it would look like, well, you cannot really close the cap. So this is the dual 18350 configuration, and definitely I will not use this on dual 18350 configuration. Okay, so to check out how the Inspire mod will look like with different atomizers attached now. So this is my favorite configuration for the Inspire mod in 18350. It is really very short. So first we will try the Agati. So in Agati, this is how it will look like. Next will be the Bastos tank. Then the BD Nova. Next is the Mini did, China did. What's this atomizer again? I already forgot this atomizer. It doesn't even, the drip tip doesn't even fit. The Phoenix, yeah, the Phoenix version 1 with no drip tip. Jeez. And the Patriot Mega. Okay. And what else? So after the Magnum, we now have the Zeus. And then after the Zeus, we have the Revolution version 1. No, of all the Atis that I have, this is the only atomizer that did not fit into the 510 connector. And where's my ERA? So this is my ERA. Let's see if the version 1 ERA will be flush. Oh, it really is flush. So this is the ERA. With the very good looks. And lastly, what else? Oh, the 510. I still have Maelstrom 510 atomizer with the drip tip. I don't know if it will fit, but come on, I don't think that it will fit. Okay, with the Maelstrom 510 atomizer. And lastly, oh, where's my OD drip? And the last two are the OD drip tip, rather OD dripper with the Denkat logo also, and my new OD pack. Okay, so those are my atomizers, and everything fits well aside from the Revolution. So this is the Denkat Inspire mod in 18350 or boss mode. Okay, so that is the Inspire mod by Denkat. So we will test it out with the 18350 configuration, AW18350 with the 1 ohm build. That is 0.2 millimeter Cantal and 3 millimeter diameter silica. So this is a fully charged 18350 with 5050 VG and PG. So we will put in 4 drops of my favorite juice. So this is the performance. So you can see the vapor, no? Very good vapor production. Now this is what I missed when I got rid of my GGTS, the side firing button. With this one, the side firing button of the Inspire is a little bit stiffer rather, stiffer, a little bit stiff, and but definitely no misfires. Quite stiff, but very comfortable to press. You can actually press it with your pinky finger or your middle finger. No misfires. You can press it with your palm. And you can definitely stand this on any surface without any problems, without it wobbling. No wobbling problems, no rattling problems. Definitely a good performing mod. Aside from the fact that this is stainless steel, it will really last you a long time. Now for the looks, definitely this is inspired from Gus Tele and GGTS. So you will definitely see some similarities from those mods and this mod. But the machining of the Inspire is very good. Now for the performance, I really have no problems using the Inspire mod. I have had no misfires at all, and I really like the small form factor of all telescopic mods. You can do stealth baking with this. I also have this curves now, which in my collection is the smallest mod that I have. So for size comparison, both in 18350 and what else? For the likes, I really like everything about the Inspire mod. And for the dislikes, except I only have 2, actually only 1, but the other one is more of superficial, I don't know, comment. Uh, the dislike is the gap in 18350 mode. We have, as I've shown you earlier, no, there is this 1.5 millimeter gap in 18350, and also a 1.5 millimeter excess on the thread in 18650 mode. Now I hope Sir Dennis will readjust the upper sleeve, make it a little bit longer so that the gaps will no longer be there on the next batch or the next revision of the Inspire mod, and also the thread in 18650. And the other one is maybe the laser etch, medyo mababaw, so I really want this mod to last me a long time now. So I wish they have made the laser etch a little bit better, so that the logo and the serial number will last. And those are the only two that I have. So at the price of 3,000 pesos, this is a fairly good, not really fairly, but a very good mod, practical mod for an all stainless telescopic mod. You can get the Inspire telescopic mod by Denkat for only around 3,000 pesos SRP. That is the body only, and that's it. Again, this is Prince Rivera, aka The Great of Pinoy Vapors Forum. Next time we will tackle on other mods, other reviews. Some of the packages just arrived and I'll be opening it later. And again, keep on vaping and have a good day.
Cool.